What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back from the PT channel to talk about Fear the Walking Dead. Some spoilers for Season 4, Episode 2. Obviously, spoiler warning, as you can see it from the thumbnail. We're going to talk about some things that are highly likely to occur in the episode. They may or may not occur 100%, but we have great confidence that they're going to happen somewhat like this. So we'll see how it goes down. We'll talk about the premiere episode a little bit at the end too, as I haven't really talked much about Fear and people are wanting me to talk about it, so I will at the end. Join our Walking Dead family by subscribing to the channel. We talk about Fear, The Walking Dead, a bunch of good stuff, and I hope you do. Now the spoilers right here for episode 402, Another Day in the Diamond. Credits to the Walking Dead family and friends. Spoiler sister. We start with a flashback. The episode's going to be flashbacks and jump around a little bit. We'll see if it makes sense, but it's going to flash back a little bit here. But we start with the flashback in the episode. We see Alicia, Strand, Lucy, Nick, and Maddie talking to a little girl named Charlie. Maddie is asking her where she lived before she came to the stadium. She points her fingers to a camp which is located a bit outside. At the stadium, we hear an announcement about school and some other things. We see Alicia, Nick, and Lucy at lunch. Strand is incoming and talking about celebrating the day. Alicia speaks to Maddie. Maddie is building something. Alicia asks her why she wasn't at lunch, and she says that she needs to build. Alicia asks her if she slept, and she answers a few hours, but she lived outside and she didn't sleep, so it doesn't matter. So I'm assuming this is Charlie, who Nick is talking to. We'll see Nick, the stadium. We'll get a little more clarification of what happened last season to this season. But Charlie looks to be a new character. We'll see if she sticks around or what happens and her connection to possible new villains and what's going to happen. But Madison is building something. I guess she feels that she needs to protect this place. We'll hopefully get some more information about this place, how long they've been there, and what's going on with that. But Nick talks with Charlie about the life outside. Nick tells her she doesn't need to think about this anymore because they are safe now. Maddie, Alicia, Lucy, and Strand are going on a trip to find some survivors and supplies. Before they leave, Strand lures the walkers away from the gate with explosive baseballs. Very interesting. Nick asks Lucy to find a new book for Charlie. After this, they start their trip. Sometime later, Nick is talking to Lucy by walkie-talkie and says to her that they are going the wrong way. They lose the connection. Strand just says, and so ends our broadcast today. Strand and Lucy leave the car and go to search for supplies. Alicia and Maddie are going to search for supplies too, and they see a banner with the number 457 on it. Nick is talking to Charlie again and asks her if her family is somewhere out there. They will find them. So interesting how it jumps around a little bit. Sorry for the wording here. Not sure who made this, but the wording isn't always correct. A woman pops up, pulling a gun on Maddie, and wants her keys for the car. Maddie tells her that she doesn't have to do this, but she just wants the keys. Maddie is talking about her home and offers the woman to stay with her, and she says again that she wants the keys. Strand, Lucy, and Alicia come to help. Maddie and the woman leaves and runs up the top of a silo. She is pointing the gun at Alicia and Maddie and wants Alicia to put down her gun. Alicia tells her that they will not hurt her. Just then, the woman falls through the roof of the silo and falls down into the sea of crap. There are walkers too, and Maddie jumps in to help her. They are fighting together against the walkers. Strand and Alicia open the silo, and the crap comes out of it, and some walkers too. Alicia is going to search for Maddie and kills a walker before it can attack Maddie. It's night as they are sitting. The girl introduces herself as Naomi. Then we hear walkers, and Lucy says they have to leave this place. So I'm guessing this is this scene. Naomi and Madison in the crap. People are thinking this is the Whisperers, but I doubt it. Naomi is introduced, and yet another new character for the world of Fear the Walking Dead Season 4. Madison, Naomi, Strand, Alicia, Luciana. We're going to see a bunch of people this episode, and we'll see if it continues on the ways of the past, or if it's going to branch out and continue to be a good show, like the first episode of Season 4. I thought it was pretty good. How about you guys? Back to the spoilers. Nick is talking to two other survivors of the stadium and says they need to go look for them. Charlie opens the gate for Nick. When Nick goes out, flashbacks of the dam appear to him. He looks like he is having some sort of breakdown mentally. The flashbacks are coming again and again very fast, and Nick looks terrified. A walker comes close to him, but the best driver girl, Maddie, and her gang are incoming and knocks him out of the way. Maddie is asking him what he is doing there. Maddie is talking to Charlie, and Charlie already asks if they found her parents, and Maddie says, I'm sorry to her. Maddie is asking her what happens in the camp where she survived before all this, but Charlie won't answer. Naomi fixes Nick's head. He has a little wound, and she lets him know that she is a nurse. Maddie is coming and Nick is leaving. Maddie talks with Naomi about the stadium. They have 47 survivors and 48 if she will stay. All this was built up by Maddie and the kids. She says everyone has to have a chance. Maddie is offering her a shower, and she is asking, a shower? Lucy sees something through a scope. We'll talk about that next. But a shower is needed after they fall through the crap at the silo for sure, but we'll see more of the stadium. Naomi, Lucy, Madison, Strand, Nick, Alicia be a big part of this episode for sure. We'll see Morgan and them at the end of this episode, probably setting up episode 3. But Nick is having flashbacks of the dam, pretty messed up in the head. No word about Daniel still, so we'll see if he's around. But we'll see hopefully some connection of season 3 to season 4. Like I said, season 4 might be a total reboot, but I want to see how it connects from season 3 to season 4. Lucy, she sees trucks and cars which are coming to the stadium. She says everyone has to get ready, and they lock down the gate. A guy gets out of a car, takes a bike with speakers on it, and lures the walkers into a truck. And someone has written on the truck, 12. The guy pulls out a chair and sits down. Maddie comes out and asks if there is a problem, and lets the guy know that they have guns. She asks them if they were at the camp and the silo and numbers. The guy asks if they believe that it was them. He calls out to Charlie and wants her to come out of the gate. He says sorry to her that it took so long until they arrived, and they should stay in the bus and wait. This group wants all the things that Maddie and the others have. Sounds familiar, folks? Maddie says no, and the guy gives her 2 options. Give and live, or die. Maddie says no, and the guys say that they feel safe behind the walls and never got tested, but they can be sure they will. And the guy sits down at the chair again. Nick is growing his garden, Maddie is building, and Lucy is bringing something out of the bus that Charlie is sitting in. Lucy leaves Charlie a book. So I think this is what we see here with the big trucks, transport trucks that are coming. In the sneak peek, you see Lucy on top providing a lookout with the scope of a rifle. She talks on the radio that you need to get out of there. Walkers come towards the trucks and whatever this new group is to deal with. But we'll see some big things happening in this episode for the season. Flash forward, we are back at the SWAT truck with Alicia, Strand, Lucy, Nick, Morgan, Althea, and John. Alicia, Lucy, Strand, and Nick are asking the others about the vultures because they found a banner with 51 on it. But Althea says she knows nothing about the numbered flag, and they decide to go to the place where Althea found the banner. So in the episode, guys, we will get mention of how long the Clark family has been at the new stadium community. We get introduced to a new villain gang referred to as the Vultures. They sound pretty much like the saviors, wanting everything everybody else has. The new character of Naomi is a little scary, but I think she has been through a lot, so we should see if she's a good one or not. Hopefully Jenna Elfman will be a good new character. But overall, guys, I think the episode looks pretty good, setting the tone for the old characters to meet the new characters and some little backstory of things that have happened between season 3 and 4. Now, episode 401 was interesting, but it's kind of forced. I thought it was weird that Morgan was kind of forced upon this story so far, and it's not going to make total sense. Like, he's just going to randomly find these people that are going to randomly find Strand in them. It's Texas. Texas is huge. The United States is huge. Why would he just go to Texas? But ultimately, that's the story, and that's what we're getting. Don't really like the idea that Alicia, Luciana, and Strand are kind of bad when you kind of see them. Althea, John, and Morgan are clearly good guys, and they're working together. But Nick and them have been through a lot. Hopefully, it'll make sense what we got. But overall, the Morgan running situation and more running and then running some more. And it was just like, all right, we got it. We got it. You're running away from things. You're running away from The Walking Dead to Fear the Walking Dead. But it is what it is. I didn't really like some of the episode for the premiere because it was kind of drawn out and slow. And it was just kind of weird, especially the opening with John. Just talking and talking and talking. And I like John. I like Garrett Dillahunt. Don't get me wrong. But it was just kind of weird. He's like standing in the dark and he's just talking out loud and he hears a noise. It could be a raccoon. It could be anything. And clearly he wants to talk and he wants company. I understand that. And he just is all about saving Morgan over and over and over again. Which before, Morgan didn't need to be saved. And now he needs to be saved all of a sudden. But that's the way it is. John and Althea were pretty cool. Even though I don't really like the idea Althea is like a journalist badass chick. I mean, I like the badass portion of it, and the SWAT truck is awesome. But what's up with the journalist? Like, I have to record your story? Like, what are you trying to get the exclusive? Nobody cares about this guy's story. I care about food, water, shelter, staying alive. You have the time in the zombie apocalypse to record people that you just met. How do you know Morgan's not a psychopath? But either way, we're going to get a new group, most likely this guy running the Vultures, which is like everyone has to have a name, right? We need the Vultures and the Scavengers and this. It can't just be like Javier's group or some cartel or something. I'm sure this is going to be the bad guy, a villain, or a member of the group known as the Vultures. But overall, guys, I thought Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead is different for sure. We'll see if it makes sense. We'll see if they're trying to do too much with it. But there you go, guys. That's the spoilers, potential spoilers for Season 4, Episode 2. Let me know your thoughts of Fear the Walking Dead. It really didn't boast my interest that much in Fear the Walking Dead after watching the premiere. It might have just been too much to comprehend and understand and just fully focus on, as the Walking Dead Season 8 finale was pretty awesome, and then we had to deal with Rick's decision and this to that to go follow Morgan for this new story and these new characters. It just might have been too much for it, but that's what they did. They kind of draw you in. I'm sure the ratings were good, but I don't care what the ratings are. The Walking Dead is the king of cable. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Post your comments below. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube at the PT channel. The other channel, the Walking Dead News channel, we're posting stuff there gradually. We have live streams there every Sunday. We'll have one tomorrow. Become a member of both channels by subscribing to the PT channel and the Walking Dead News channel. We have prizes and giveaways coming up. You got to be a member of both channels to be eligible. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts of Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 1 and 2. And remember, guys, believe in yourself. If you can dream it, you can do it.